Argo is an excellent organization. It's really welcoming and friendly, and I don't think I would have been as happy at this school as I have been if I hadn't had a chance to participate in Argo. Every week on Friday we have a games night, which is an event where we basically hang out and play a whole bunch of different kinds of games. It's open to the entire college community and is a great experience. It's a great way to meet new people and to hang out and have fun on Friday nights, especially if you're not interested in partying or just want to do something before you go out. Right at 7 o'clock, we'll start with something with a small number of people, something like Blockus or a more casual game that we can end whenever more people show up and we can play something more involved.
Magic the Gathering, it's a card game based around casting spells and summoning horrible hordes of creatures to attack your opponents, who are all fellow planeswalkers, ancient, magical, powerful sorcerers from beyond time and space.
We're playing Betrayal on the House on the Hill, which is a game basically where you play as Scooby-Doo characters exploring this creepy haunted house, and then it turns out that one of you is evil and tries to kill everyone. Right now, the little girl turned out to be a demolitionist who planted time bombs in all of us, and it's horrible. I just got exploded.
There are plenty of people who are definitely not nerds who enjoy this game. I think that you have to be fun-loving to enjoy this game, because all this game is just pure and solid fun and funny pictures and yelling at people.
Werewolf is definitely one of Argo's more popular events because it's so easy to pick up but so difficult to master. Werewolf is very similar to the party game Mafia. It's a game that pits an informed minority against an uninformed majority. So there are a small amount of players who know each other who are trying to basically kill off everyone else, while everybody else who has less information is trying to figure out who they are.
To me, I think Werewolf is a game about learning who the other players are, because you get to see people when they're being honest and when they're lying. So you really get a feel for who someone is as a person and what they're capable of. I think the most memorable game I've played in was one where a kid was adamant that he was not a wolf, so he got up and threw his chair backwards to try to persuade everyone that he was innocent. And I mean, it turned out he was guilty. He was the wolf. But we believed him because, I mean, he just really got into it.
So more than a club to watch anime or to play games or to role play, it's honestly, it's my family. And that's why I wanted to be vice president, because everyone in Argo has just become so dear to me. And I think for a lot of them, these are the closest friendships a lot of them have ever been able to form in their lives. So I think our relationships are really precious, and even though we all share the same interests, they're really secondary to the connection that we make with other people.
I would absolutely say that Argo is not just for super geeky gamer type people. We have such a huge variety of members. It's fantastic. I've played D&D games with football players and like computer science majors and people who never leave their house for anything else, like sitting next to cheerleaders, and just the variety of people is part of what makes Argo awesome.
We have a lot of people that just come in just to hang out, and we have a lot of people that become disinterested in that kind of thing and drift away. But they always come back just because of the bonds that we form with one another. My little brother has Asperger's, and he came to visit me one weekend at the college, and I brought him to Argo because I wanted to go. And he has this thing he does a lot, especially when he's very stressed, where he tics. So he'll like jerk his head or roll his eyes around his head, and he's not even aware of it. And he came and he was completely accepted. As his big sister, just seeing people hang out with him and treat him like a normal human being was amazing, because he has a difficult time socially at home. And he had a great time that night. He ended up like playing games until about 3 a.m. Then he went back with my dad back to our house to go back to high school. My mom called me about a week later to let me know that she wanted to know what I had done, because He had apparently been violently ticking the week leading up to this, and after he visited me and he went to Argo, he just stopped. He just felt so comfortable and happy because people were just so accepting and just willing to work with him, and people were very patient. It was a microcosm for how much I think, honestly, this club can help people. I've definitely learned how to be part of a team and also to be more accepting. Also, I've learned a bunch of really cool games, which I never would have had access to before. I think what nerds do when they all get together is they compile their knowledge, and you see all these things that you wouldn't have ever seen in your entire life before.
It's definitely been one of my best experiences at Allegheny.
It's a great organization, and it's a lot of fun and definitely one of my favorite parts of this college.
Argo will always be my family, no matter who's in it and no matter who's running it, and I'm really thankful for having all these people in my life.